Slayer Nukes here. I hope you've all had a great day and enjoying your Friday as I did. Wonderful day with my wife. Very romantic. Um, but coming back to the reality of the USA, A for anarchy. My channel is small and it's strange because I say some things on there I think that are very insightful. Um, and it gets no traction. Um, and I wish it did because the things I'm saying on there, I think a lot of y'all know inside, but y'all don't say anything or they don't comment, or the people that are watching, because I look at my analytics and my click-through rate is very high, yet nobody's commenting. They're not saying, they're watching, and that's strange. And I'm going to get to this video right here in a second, but I just want to point something out before I do. On my first video about Charlie Kirk, and probably the one after that, I said this was going to happen. And this is not me bragging or boasting. I have, and I've said this several times, I have some crazy spiritual insight, dude. I see things, or I feel them, and I know them before they happen. And it's just something God gave me. All right, it's credit to Him. Back in the day, I said there was going to be a race war. I said this several months ago on another video, different channel. And now I said this: Charlie Kirk, they're gonna be calling for legal actions. They're gonna be calling for laws to be changed. And I can't express this enough, man. Um, the the judicial system needs a significant change, and I'm saying this. I'm saying this, and this is just in my opinion, and it's not a threat. I believe that we need to start. These people that are doing these things need to be publicly shamed, humiliated, um, and even if it means that they need to be um, terminated, then it needs to be in a public, big on the big screen, not for all kids to see, but I think for all the crazy leftists and pro-black activists, all of these nutbags to see. And I'm going to tell y'all this: Elon Musk right now, he is a very powerful man, and he is gaining momentum. You don't have to believe me if you don't want to. A lot of things I say, they come true, man. I they just I'm not going to even tell you why and how. I'm just going to tell you they do, and you will see. This man is about to move up big time politically. In the next few years, when Donald Trump is finished with his second term, you will see this man a lot, along with Nick Fuentes. And I guarantee you, people like this guy, Raven Samuelson, Mr. I don't know, he's got hair like a woman, that's talking shit about wanting Charlie Kirk's wife to be the next one to die. Trust me, this guy's technology is about to expand, and the AI he's going to have is going to, boom, pick up people like this in the algorithm, right? And since the military is already discharged against people like him and criminals, they will be knocking at people's doors. I guarantee it. Listen to what I'm saying and come back. Come back in a few years and check this video out and see if I'm wrong. Okay? This guy is about to have mega surveillance on on the border. I promise. He's right there in Brownsville. He's close to the border. Um, he's gonna have this guy is gonna have drones flying all over the place. And I'm gonna tell you one more thing. one more thing. Trump, about those drones that were flying all over the United States, all over the world, Trump knows what they were. And I'm going to tell you what those were. And look, I'm going to tell you what I think they were. Because I'm not in the military. I don't have any military insight or anything. I don't have anybody inside. I believe those drones were had the infrared heat sinking visual cameras on them, and they were looking into houses to see who all lives in there, and just like Google Maps. Google Maps, you know how they have satellites and they can see down in the street and everything. I believe those drones were scanning, just scanning, uh, like Mass Effect. If you ever play that game with the Geth, how they have you put the Geth scanner on, you can see through walls and you can see the body heat. Um, I guarantee you that's what those drones were doing. They're seeing who's there and what's going on, and all of it's recorded data. That's what I believe. You don't have to believe me if you don't want to. And that's not, I'm not stating this is a fact or this is true. This is my, let's just say my very, just a good guess that possibly could be true. But, as you can see, man, these people are crazy, nasty, sick, and disgusting. Can Erica Kirk be next? Then the two children can be placed with foster parents who will have them properly educated and growing up hating their parents. Wow. Remember this. Remember this, guys. Raven Samuelson. Um, don't know if he has a job, but I hope his employer sees him or if anybody he tries to get employed by. But like I said, I knew this was going to happen. Charlie Kirk's death was going to cause some political conflict, and some laws are going to be put into place behind this. Let's hope it doesn't touch our 2A, our Second Amendment rights. I don't care. I don't care how many assassinations there are. You don't need to touch our gun rights at all. Because if somebody wanted to, anybody could have got close enough to Charlie with a knife and shanked him, or anything. Just brought any kind of weapon. He had a lot of people in his vicinity whenever he was at the universities. If any psychopath wanted to do something to him, they could follow him or whatever. So we don't want to end up like the UK, okay, where there's just knife attacks all the time, or just like the guy on the train. We don't want to end up like Iryna, um, God rest her soul. But with that being said, guys, I hope y'all understand where I'm coming from, and spread the message. Share this video and like it and leave a comment. What do you think? Uh, do y'all think that Elon Musk will get into some position of power here in the near future? I believe he will. But I'm gonna play this video right here, and this is kind of what I thought was gonna happen. I just can feel it, and I believe it is there's about to be some uh big changes going on. And like me and another fellow YouTuber were talking earlier, like we said, man, we've been lied to the media so much, and we grow up believing the media, and shame on them, man. They have did nothing but lie to us since our childhood, and like in Hollywood, normally all the bad guys are actually the good guys in Hollywood movies. It's a funny thing, even when especially when it's based on reality. But as the good Lord says, all things shall come to light, and these demons are being exposed, for they are, and this guy is one of them. And I promise you, I just know this for a fact, and I know it for a fact because it's just something I know. It's inside of me. Justice is coming, redemption is coming. All of that is just coming, man. It's coming. It's something I just know. I know in my heart and deep down in my gut, And when I feel that, it's true. So let me play this young lady's video about the Charlie Kirk Act. Please consider helping us pass the Charlie Kirk Act. I'm glad to see these young children, this younger generation. By the way, here's another little Easter egg for you guys, a little golden egg. The younger generation around these kids' age, they are growing up with pride and dignity and more class and more intelligence than the ones ahead of them. You know, these stupid TikTokers, these old fucking bitches, fat, ugly bitches, getting on there, putting on little yachty and shit like that, shaking their ass too, because they're fucking single and fat and ugly, or stupid and young and just dumb, and nobody wants them because they can't even make a sandwich. Yeah, that's those those women and that generation is going to pass, and they are going to be lost. Those people they have no future. They don't. In the near future, they have nothing. They will be the walk of shame. A lot of shame is coming, guys. The great days of shame are already here, but it hasn't went full blown yet. And it's about to. Shame is coming to a lot of these people, these leftists, these hateful hate groups. All of them are about to. They're gonna be on the walk of shame, the big wall of shame. But without further ado, let me play this clip.
Alrighty, this message is for President Trump and his administration. If you stay to watch the video, please tag him down below, share, and repost so we can try to get this to him as quickly as possible and hope that he can do something with this. President Trump, as a supporter who voted for you 3 times, I am hoping and praying that you will revisit what Barack Obama and Joe Biden got rid of back in 2013, which is the Smith-Mundt Act, which held news corporations accountable for lying to the American people and spreading propaganda instead of truth. I think instead of bringing it back as a Smith-Mundt Act, you name it the Charlie Kirk Act, you make it a law, and you make it damn near impossible for these people to continue to lie to the American public, which has brought chaos, hatred, division, and anarchy all across this country. Fines out the ass, which will damn near bankrupt their companies should they lie to the American people ever again. They can have their opinions, that's fine. They need to state that it is their opinion and that it is not a fact.
I'm with this 100 and 100% and more. The only problem is that all of these media corporations, CNN, ABC, NBC, and Fox, even though they may have different narratives, they are all owned by the same people. Okay? I'm gonna let her continue.
Because of their constant lies, a man lost his life over it. Because of the constant hateful rhetoric of calling him a fascist and a Nazi and a white supremacist and a bigot, the same thing that they called you, this man is dead. I think this would be a great legacy for him to have a law named after him to force journalists to finally start telling the truth and having the integrity that they have lacked for over a decade. I hope that this gets to you. I hope that you think about it and that you pass it into law. Because we are on a dangerous path right now with the constant lies and the propaganda. And that doesn't end just at news journalists. It needs to go to content creators who consistently spread lies and propaganda and half-truths across the internet. This needs to end. And people need to start being held accountable for baseless claims over absolute abysmal things. It needs to end. So please, if you have it in your heart to have the time to do this, get this in front of Congress, get this passed as a law, and start holding these news corporations, be they right, left, or center, accountable for their behavior. Alrighty.
Yes. Like I said, man, laws are about to be put in place. Things are about to change big time. And it's really going to happen. Big Daddy Trump is about to swing the hammer of justice. I know it. It's coming. Just watch it happen, dude. And look, here's the thing. I wholeheartedly agree with this girl. she is right. This would be the right thing to do. However, this will not change people like this. I don't believe this guy feels the way he does because of the mainstream news. These people, they they are they are filled with hate. See, the news just helps them back up their claim, or it just helps them fill them up. They will double down, regardless. You can do all of that with the news if you want, okay? You can tell the news to stop lying. You can tell the View to stop slandering people, and it will not sway people like this, or these crazy trans, or these crazy leftists, or these radical Islamists to change their ways. They are full of hate. They are demonic. There's something wrong with them, okay? They need Jesus, but they don't want him. That's pretty much it, guys. And and this is and I'm going to show you another thing right here. One thing, and I used to feel like this. Watch what this guy post. Let's see if I can get back to it. Okay, some guy post this kid right here. Sometimes the child shows more decency than the rest of others regarding Charlie Kirk's assassination. Now, a nice little kid, man. American flag flying behind him. He says a wonderful thing.
Wait, don't scroll.
Okay. Now, and I can tell. Now, there's a lot of people eating this shit up. Okay, they're all over this kid. And we all know why. Do I need to say? Do I need to say why this kid is getting so many likes? Do I need to say why? And I'm not trying to be rude, okay? Um, it's adorable. It is. It is. But as a man that has made it to an age of where I've been through a lot, I have enough wisdom, and I know the trends, and I kind of have a eye and insight on when something is kind of staged, or not only that, but I just know better now because I've been compassionate, tolerant, and I've looked into so many different things, and my brain has analyzed all of this. I have taken time to reflect. Uh, I do a lot of reflection, a lot of critical thinking, so I could reflect and make better decisions in the future. And you all should do that. You should all should take some time to yourself to sit back and reflect on yourself as a human being. Um, and that way you need that time. You need that time to mold yourself, your heart, your mind, body, and soul. You need that. Okay. Now this is I'm gonna play this clip for you right here. This is a nice little clip, man. It's endearing.
Wait, don't scroll. I wanted to come on here and talk about the death of someone I looked up to, Charlie Kirk. And I wanted to say that it is disrespectful how people are making Fortnite memes and talking bad about him like he was a horrible person. All he did was have boldness in his faith with Jesus Christ. Like, you guys are so mean to people just because they have beliefs. We, as Christians, we respect you for your beliefs, but we tell you what's wrong and what's right, righteously. But you do not need to be making fun of him because a tragedy has happened. That's all I want to come on here to say is it's blatantly rude and disrespectful to be talking about someone's death like he's just a piece of trash. He has a family, he has kids, he has a wife. You guys want someone to respect you if you got shot, right? If you passed away, you would not want anyone to be talking bad about you. And I saw a video, I saw someone making fun of his wife too. Like, that's just horrible and rude.
Okay, such a nice kid, and I wish him the best. I really do. But here's the thing. Here's the thing I have to say, man, and this is the honest truth. That this kid, I don't know if he did this on his own or if he has great parents, they're Christian. Like I said, that's the only way this all works, right? is everybody is united in one belief system in Christ, and that's what I'm going to have to talk about Nick Fuentes one day. Something I don't that I don't disagree with him completely on, but then again I do because for certain reasons, but that's another topic, and it does have to do with religion. But yes, okay. So yes, this kid says this endearing thing, but he is a fringe minority. Like I said, I don't know. His parents seem like they're Christian, and yes, if we were all in one faith, but not forced to be. See, Nick Fuentes wants to force us into Christianity, and I, I don't. I agree that we are a Christian nation. Yes, that should be our core values set on that, but we cannot just force people into um, believing in God. Now, we can do something to that nature to where it helps society, and yes, we're not supposed to be a country of when the Constitution says that we are freedom of religion, that was for the people that were trying to escape Catholicism, which Nick Fuentes is a very, very hardcore Catholic. Um, if you're a true believer in Christ, you will probably not be a religious person at all. You should be just a spiritual believer. You should just have a personal relationship with Jesus, not the organization, any organization. The Catholics are a huge organization, very flawed, and they do not follow the doctrine of Jesus Christ. That's where I agree with Nick Fuentes. Disagree with Nick Fuentes, but I do agree with a lot of things he says would make the civilization better. But I'm sorry, you just can't. I don't know all of his beliefs, so I'm not going to speak too much on that. But like I said, the reason this guy posts this kid in particular is because he's black. That's why. It's the only reason why. Okay, and people like this, and then you get all of these people. God bless this kid. There's a lot of good black people out there who don't buy the victimhood lies of the left. If this is the next generation of black people, we will have a prosperous and harmonious relationship. It's time to isolate these insane cultural Marxists. Keep dreaming, buddy. This kid and his parents have done a good job. Empathy, articulate, and just the top of it is the right and only flag that should be outside the U.S. citizen's house. And I mean, all of this is true, yes. However, I have to agree with this guy. Unfortunately, to them, we are trash, and a lot of them are doubling down. Some we can deal with by reporting them, some we deal with by notifying San Rubio if they're not citizens. But then they do not listen to reason. All they care about and want is total domination of us. And I'm sorry to tell you guys, and continue to bust y'all's bubble, but this guy is correct. He is right. This is it right here. This kid, poor guy, is in a minority. He is the 1% of his people. Okay? Do you understand? Okay? That's what it is. I hear you, young man. I hear you. We will take up from our dreams of sunrise. Damn, little dude had a good head on his shoulder. But don't all kids have that kind of sense of morality? I think most kids, before they're teenagers, just, it's the pandering, it's silly. Um, even me, when I was a kid, I had such a great heart, and most kids do. I don't know. Well, actually, I have met kids that look like him that fucking hit me in the back of the head for no fucking. Well, they had their reason. It wasn't right, but they did it. Um, yeah. So yeah, yeah. This kid will be someone someday. Everybody will be someone someday. Yeah. Musk won't repost or quote this, by the way. No, he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to, and he shouldn't, because we are past this, dude. We are past this. This is what you guys don't understand. Okay, now I'm not saying anything bad about this. Hey, if this kid was my neighbor, I'd look out for him. I sure would. What's up, little fella? How you doing? How's your day, man? You doing okay? Good. Keep going that direction. Good for you. But the a lot of us have already woken up to the fact that we understand a certain thing, and that is, um, we live in a society where these people really, really hate us, and they've been hating, and it's ingrained in most of them, and that's just the facts. And this guy, he's proof. There's more of these guys than there are that little kid, and that's the unfortunate fact. And the reason why that kid is the way he is because he's been ingrained in the roots of Jesus Christ. His family is Christian, and they have brought him up the right way. But that doesn't always necessarily apply to all of them, because most of them go to church on Sundays and holler, Jesus, oh Lord, yeah, yeah. After that, they go out and they live the carnal life. So they're truly not Christians. They always talk about God. I grew up around these motherfuckers. They all talk about God. Oh, they're always talking about him. But do they follow him? Do they produce good fruit? No, absolutely not. Matter of fact, they never give. I've never seen one of them join a missionary. I don't know any of them that have adopted kids, uh, done anything, give. Anytime I've been around them at work, they're always asking for things. They'll ask you for your fucking lunch. What'd you bring for lunch, my nigga? Yeah, shit like that, man. Like, they'll never offer you anything. Go to work and they have some extra food. Hey, man, here's a bag of chips. You want these chips? No, never, never. They always want something from you, and it's just how they are. They're takers. They're not givers. They don't produce anything for society. They're not builders. They're destroyers, dude. And I think that's biblical, man. And like I said, I wish the best for this young man here. But Elon Musk is be ready, guys. The future is about to get crazy. Starship, Starlink or whatever. Oh yeah, it's about to get kind of sloppy, guys. For some people. So stay safe. And like I said, if you don't know God, find God, dude. Learn. Uh, Knock on the door. Seek Him. Find Him. He will help you. And like I'm telling you, God has given me great insight. So I'm kind of prepared for things. And I do have some protection. I don't feel scared. I'm not in fear of what's going on. I do get angry. I do get upset. I do feel sorrow. I do feel sad. I do get, these things hurt me. But inside, I know I have a strong sense of security. I'm not afraid of none of these people. Um, yeah. So, anyways, guys, like I said, um, share and like the video and help support a poor motherfucker out. Shit. I'm But like I said, people are watching, they're not clicking, they're not saying nothing. It's strange. Like I said, the click through rate is high, but nobody's saying nothing. They're not. It's just very quiet. So if this continues, I'm just gonna shut this shit down, man. Stop wasting my fucking time. But anyways, much love to you guys. Love you guys. Peace.